It was pushing 1:30. It was pushing 1:30 before we got to bed. They were like, listen, we gotta get back up at 6 o'clock. We gotta get back up at 6 o'clock and do it again. But I'll tell you, man, one of the coolest things, I didn't know, guys. Like I didn't know what was what was going on, but they gave us a gift, right? So the gift was my family, my wife and kids, they had them write me a letter. Just being for the kids were like, we love you, Father. Then for my wife, it was like, we love you, you know what I'm saying? I love you and everything like that. So they handed out those letters at the end of our retreat. And I mean, like everybody was from age 16. Well, the one that was 16, they gave him a bag of gummy bears. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, we love you. Here go a big bag of gummy bears, for the married ones and everybody with a family, right? So we just sitting there, everybody cried. I'm like, wow, okay, so I got letters and pictures of the kids. But I tell you one cool thing about it. The coolest thing about the retreat was that this time I was not forced to want to improve myself. With going to prison, it's one of those things where like, okay, you better find your own way to figure out how not to come back to jail. We wasn't in a situation, but with the retreat, it was a blessing because I'm not in a bad situation. Like this is not a drug court. This is not this is not prison. Like this is not mandated by a probation officer. This is just your own desire to say that you want more, God. You want more in life. You want to be a better husband. You want to be a better father. You just want to be a better person. And it was so deep to have that support from my family. That we were able to go back to later that afternoon. It's just an awesome time. So for my motivation, man, it's definitely going to be my family and the time that they took out to write. So I just say thanks to them for sharing that with me. And I mean, like it's just a room full of babies. Everybody was playing tough around Friday, but by Sunday, everybody saw everybody cry at least twice. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was just a marvelous time to see us like literally look at our life and say, you know what, I can do better. To look at our life and to just break down, because listen, Friday, I'm thinking, man, listen, man, I need to go to work. And we went and did one car and we knocked it on out, man. But then my flesh is like, listen, man, we need to go to work again. I'm like, bro, look at Saturday. It's beautiful out here, bro. We need to go to work. So in my mind, I'm like, man, I need to go to work. So I asked my wife, I said, well, I can call passengers, tell them like my stomach hurt or that I was exposed to the COVID and I probably need to quarantine for the weekend, you know what I mean, in order to stay home because I really want to go to work, right? So right when I was thinking those thoughts before I could tell her about it, Pastor called me and asked me would I come to his house, which is 6 minutes around the corner, and pick the van up and drive it down to the church. So I said, okay, well, my stomach can't hurt if I got to go around the corner. It depended on me to go around the corner and to get the van. But what I'm saying is like those different things like that where you have to push yourself in the areas that you know will help you, but you got to make a sacrifice in the comfortable areas. So the comfortable thing for me to do would have been to just go ahead and go to work and tell a lie and just slide right out of it and just go ahead and do my best to get ahead on the bills for December with Christmas coming. But I'm telling you, man, I did not regret the fact that I went and hung. I did not regret it. It was just an awesome feeling. It was wonderful. I mean, just being around the brothers speak Spanish all weekend long, man. I learned a few slang words. I've learned, I literally like my Spanish got a little better. They even told me when we was getting ready to bring up the translator on yesterday for the service, we had to share what we had done. I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, I've been around the brothers for like 2 days. Like, I really feel like I'm from Mexico now. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, your little brother is feeling like he's a straight Mexican. I mean, I'm just being, I have a Mexican heart. That's the best. Like, I have a South American heart right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's going to dwindle. I'm certified in the area. I'm certified as a Hispanic. I'm just being honest. And today, man, it's just a wonderful opportunity. Hey, man, we went out and worked on ourselves all weekend, man. I'm telling you, let's just be excited about the things that we are able to accomplish, the things that we can, the doors that we're knocking on. Let's just be thankful that we even have the ability to knock on them. Let's just be thankful. Listen, let's knock on an unexpected door in our own individual life. What's one of the goals that you dropped in February? What's one of the goals that you dropped in March? What's something that you know that will actually improve your life, even if it's just a 1% or 0.5% or 3%, but what's something that you could do differently on today, on this week, that would just be outstanding for you, that would push you and make you wait on 2022. I mean, listen, man, I don't know what's going on, man, in life, man, but I'm literally waiting for the next year to roll around here, man. And it's not because it's all about expectation. Like, where are your expectations at? We know that when we pick our head up, that helps our confidence. But I want to talk to you just a moment this morning about your expectations. Where have you got your expectations set? Are they set based on what's going on in life? Are they set based on what's going on in your community? Are they set based on what's going on in your home? Are they set based on what's going on in the government? Are they set based on what's going on with the vaccines? Are they set based on what's going to shut down, what could shut down? Are they based on the fact that we're going to have to do holiday shopping in a raft straight out to the ships? As my brother was saying, man, they got Black Friday on the water in South Florida this year. I know you guys probably better can't even drive with people trying to get to South Florida. We need to rent boats, man, for the next few weeks, man, and literally get rich so we can just tell them, listen, if you go out to the boat, they got a Black Friday sale. If they get out there and the freaking boat is like, get the heck out of here, that's on y'all. But at least you rented the boat. Bring me my boat back, and we're going to charge a debit card, man. But that's a whole nother situation. But what I'm saying is this, man, we are literally in a blessed state. We're in a blessed situation, man. Listen. Your expectations is going to be it's going to be everything for the 2022. Man, we are some tough ass people. If you realize the things that are going on, the things that have hit us, the unexpected things that is tried us, man, we're still getting up each and every morning, man, on urban country fields and making it happen. You got to listen. Celebrate yourself on today, that through everything that you've done, man, you guys have literally got up an entire year and made it happen on urban country field. This is amazing. The amazing thing about it is that we've all had problems. We all had situations, but we fought through them. We pushed through them. We pressed through in the middle of a pandemic. We are rising above the standard. We are rising above the rest. We are setting ourselves aside. We are distinct people. Listen, we are literally thriving, man, and we ought to be clapping and praising ourselves on this morning, man, because we're still going, because we're willing to do more. You got to understand that most children that fall off of a bike, they'll get back up and ride the bike again, but us with our grown selves, we'll fail one or two times and stop. We ought to be grateful on today that we haven't quit. Thankful that we haven't stopped. Thankful that the excuse right before we turn on the computer, that it hasn't stopped us. Think about how many excuses we made when it's time to log on. Think about how many excuses we've made throughout the year to say, I don't really feel it today. I don't really want to do that today, but thanking God that you pushed through it and you pressed through it. It's another opportunity. So today, man, we ought to be so glad. And so it's because so many people stop, so many people quit. But if you're watching this live on today, you need to be able to tell God thank you. You need to be able to tell yourself thank you because you're pushing and you're doing what you need to do. I was told that if you would just continue to do what you're doing, you're not only going to be great, but you're going to, listen, you're going to break barriers. You're going to break generational curses. You're going to get where you're going, guys, but we just got to keep going. We got to make sure that we don't allow what's pressuring us to pressure us to stop. We got to make sure that what's pressuring us don't pressure us to quit. If you're going to win, it's just a matter of you continuing. It's a matter of you continuing to fight. It's a matter of you continuing to press. It's a matter of you continuing to figure it out. It's a matter of you continuing to want to be great. As long as your desire is to be great, guys, let's forget about what's not working right. Let's forget about what's the crazy things that are happening, but let's be grateful and thankful that we're still on the right track, man. It's great Tones here with So Entertainment, man. I'm telling you this morning, man, from the bottom of my heart, the grateful, the best thing that we can really think about on today is the fact that we ain't quit. It's the fact that we ain't stopped. There are people that are praying for us to continue, and there are people that are praying for our downfall. But isn't it a glorious thing that on today, that the ones that don't want to see us succeed have not met their goal. They have not witnessed a failure because we are continuing to press. We're continuing to push. Somebody's watching you, and they need you to keep on. Somebody is watching you, and they want you to continue to press. Somebody is logging on, and because you were there this morning, they're going to continue with their day. Because Urban Country Films logged on again on a rough ass Monday, on a crazy behind Monday. Within the next 2 weeks, it's going to be Thanksgiving already. Christmas coming in New Year. But somebody is encouraged by the fact that they got their behinds up again, logged on, could have made 150,000 excuses why they wasn't logging on this morning, but damn it, they did it. So we're grateful for the fact that you're showing us that it can be done. Greg Thomas here with Soul Entertainment, man. Thank you guys for each and every morning for motivating us by logging on and starting the show. How great is it to have a show early in the morning, man, such as this, man. So I'm just telling somebody, let's be grateful, let's be thankful, let's keep on signing out 706-215-1107, man. You got to know that you are everything that God has called you to be. You are as great as you want to be. You are great as you think that you are, man. So bring up your standard of thinking. Let's bring up that place of expectation. Let's move into a place and expect more in these next upcoming months. Let's expect more in the next upcoming year. Let's move past the idea that I want to get by, right? Let's move. I want to move into overflow. Let's declare that we're moving into a place of overflow, that we'll have more than enough in every area of our freaking life. And as a result of that, we're going to live to that. We're going to train for that. We're going to be thankful for every trial, every tribulation that has made us for that, because we know that we're ready. Signing out.
So what entertainment, man.
Yes, get some of that in your life. You know what? Oh my goodness, what a word this morning. Because you know what's funny? Sometimes when we're in the middle of the process of getting things done and going through life, it's oftentimes we don't stop to take a moment to reflect, to see how far we've come.
Right.
And, that's something I've begun to do more and more. Just look at my life and see where I am today, and just be grateful that no matter what has happened, I've always made it through. And and that's the mindset now. Like, it was rough. You felt like, man, when is this gonna end? When am I gonna make it through this? But the reality of the matter is that you did make it through.
Yeah. And
sometimes you just have to stop and say, regardless to what was going on, I made it out. I made it out.
Made it through. You know what I mean? You just gotta push through. That's the thing. Like, you gotta keep pushing. You honestly, you just gotta push. You gotta really push. But Greg Thomas, you know how to make a joker feel good, but.
Hey, listen. I was just thinking, man, in the insurance business, there are times in the insurance business that the people that we go see, they're just not home. There were some times, one day last week, like literally, I saw the blinds come down. Like literally, I knocked on the door. They have the ring doorbell so you can see me. You pull the blinds down or pull them back up, or you didn't come outside, but it did not affect me. You know why? Because me knowing that you were there, I took a note what car was in the driveway, and hey, guess what? I'm going back today to knock on the door again. It did not matter that you didn't come again. My job is to knock until you come to the door. So what I'm telling you that about your life, listen, just knock to the damn door till somebody comes to the door. Like, listen, it ain't about one time. It ain't even about two times. Sometimes you may not get paid to the third or fourth time, but damn it, I'm going back and knock on that freaking door. I was assigned to that door. So at least come to the door and tell me now we're good. But if you don't come to the door, you just didn't have any clothes on. I caught you when you were getting ready to take a shower. Maybe you were getting ready to leave out of the house, but it's nothing personal to me. Just listen, come on back out and answer the door. If I call you and you don't pick up, I'm going to call you again. And maybe you'll be pissed off and say, who the hell is calling me? And then I can let you know, hey, how you doing, man? I'm Greg Thomas with FFL, man. Now I got a request that you put in here for life insurance coverage, and I just want to make sure that I get these benefits out to you. I need to verify your address and your birthday, and I'll see you about 4 o'clock this afternoon. You didn't pick up the first or the second time, but damn it, my goal is to get an answer. So listen, in life, let's get the more answers we're able to get, man, the better off we're going to be. 2022.
Boom, bang, connect. That's a real message for 2022, man. Mm-hmm. That's a real message. We're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that all the way through 2022. Listen, man. You just gotta keep on knocking. You gotta keep on knocking. And there's always a next door too. When you don't answer, I'm gonna go to the next door and then come back to you tomorrow. The hell you mean, man? We got time for this. This is what we doing. Just like I keep on knocking on your door every morning Monday through Friday, we knock on your social media door. We knock on your Facebook door, your Instagram account, your Twitter, your YouTube, wherever the case might be, and we invite you over to urbancountryfilms.com. You might not have came the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth time. Eventually, you're gonna go over here and see what the hell we talking about. Or else we gonna keep on knocking.
Oh my goodness.
It's Urban Country Mornings, y'all. Your boy Dre, the beautiful, the multi-talented Shelsby are in the building. That was So What Entertainment. Deuces, my brother. Have a great week. We're gonna see you tomorrow. You know what I mean? Knock it out, make it happen. And then you have something on my screen. Is that what we got? What?
Yes. And what's on the heels of such a good feel-good motivation, you know, I hate to have to report this, but we have to keep the people informed about what is going on out here in the world today.
When you say stuff like that, it make me start to think.
Oh.
I'm just saying, like, geez. Really?
Well, this gentleman that you see on your screen, his name is Kyle Warner. And he is a 29-year-old professional mountain biker.
Okay.
But after taking the COVID vaccine, he said his career has been destroyed.
What?
Yes, let's make some sense. So he says after his second dose of the Pfizer COVID shot, about 2 weeks later, he experienced extremely elevated heart rates. He went to an ER doctor who refused to believe it was an adverse reaction to the vaccine, and instead blamed it on a psychotic episode. After visiting another hospital due to more heart trouble, Warner was referred to a cardiologist who diagnosed him with pericarditis, an inflammation of the outer lining of the heart. It's been 4 months now, and Warner says he has been so ill that he hasn't been able to work or ride a bike. Even mental exertion can cause him a relapse physically. Woo. So apparently a rally occurred in DC called Real Not Rare, and Warner was one of the speakers. He said that Warner spoke before politicians to make a difference in the support level for vaccine-injured people, which is non-existent in the U.S. All right. He said he came out to be a voice to the opposition of vaccine mandates.
He better sit down.
He said, "I believe there is a risk. There needs to be a choice," he said.
But this is that's his belief though. So you're gonna have to sit down with them beliefs, or somebody gonna have to because even the doctor saying that. Listen, one doctor said that it's not the vaccine, not no hazardous effects. Your heart just started going crazy. What the hell you need? Blaming these vaccines.
All right.
What do you mean, all right?
Warner, who was at the peak of his career as a professional mountain biker, in June, he got his second Pfizer shot. He suffered a reaction so severe that as of October, he was still spending days in bed, easily overwhelmed.
Really now?
Yep. He said that he believes that there should be a choice and people are being misled and coerced into making a decision based on a lack of information. Wow. All right. He said
Excuse me for eating on air.
Oh.
I forgot we was on air. I had the thing in my mouth and it just went.
All right. Warner says the reason that he even got the jab in the first place is because he wanted to travel internationally.
Right, and you can't travel internationally without a jab.
He said he decided to get it.
Jabbity jab, jab, jabbity jab. Shout out to Rico bars this morning.
Shout out to Rico.
Boom bang.
Okay, so basically he says that he wasn't one of these people who were conspiracy theorists. He was just a regular old guy. And, you know, he got the shot and his life changed.
Well, maybe he should have been a conspiracy theorist. Might not have would have got the shot. I don't know.
You know what? Stop.
What? I'm just saying. Like, they really don't care about us out here. What do you think they care?
Well, apparently, the fight against this is picking up momentum because obviously he is not the only one who has experienced what is being called a vaccine injury.
Well, since you're talking about vaccine injuries and you want to start out, make it make sense Mondays on COVID and things. You know they probably gonna shut down the video talking about COVID.
Oh my goodness.
And we on Facebook, Instagram.
This
YouTube.
is a international plague. If we can't talk about this, then where's the world headed?
Yeah, you can talk about it. You sure can talk about it, but you have to talk about it in the way that the algorithms want you to speak about it. You can't just speak about COVID any old way out here.
You know how I feel about AI and algorithms.
Well, they got us. This is where we at right now. And right now, as a matter of fact, we are streaming live on all kinds of platforms, right?
That's awesome.
So shout outs to the boob tube, right? Shout outs to the Fed book. Big shout outs to Twitter. Twitter's where all the black folk at. Why do black folk like Twitter so much?
I don't know.
Because all the stars are there. Are we?
I guess. I mean, they be having it going on
What?
Twitter, you know.
Well, that's.
And I guess the thing about Twitter is that it's not as restrictive as Facebook. It's really not.
Oh, it's really they. But they shut
I've
that.
said stuff to people on Twitter that would have got me further banned because I'm already banned on Facebook right now.
They would have ate you up.
I don't know. Facebook has become soft over the years.
Shout outs to everybody that's ever been in Facebook jail. And if you haven't been in Facebook jail, why not?
It's becoming kind of consistent for me now, which wasn't a thing for me, but
listen.
It's become so sensitive over there at Facebook.
If you haven't been in Facebook jail at least one time in your Facebook career, what's going on with you? What's going on?
Some of y'all too old to be participation trophies. Some of you are too old. Listen, so anybody pushing 40 and higher, you're too old to be participation trophies because we didn't grow up in the participation trophy era.
No, you didn't. No, we didn't. We sure didn't.
We didn't grow up in that. You either won or you lost.
Right. So we'll be out here crying. Speaking of crying, a couple of things that we got to talk about today. LeBron James. I gotta talk. Oh, LeBron.
Well, what happened with LeBron?
We're gonna talk about it. LeBron. You gotta come over to Urban Country Films. I gotta talk about LeBron James. I gotta talk about listen, Fedbook, not Fedbook. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Listen, the U.S. Feds is now attempting to block nasal spray. You know, nasal spray. We all grew up with nasal spray.
Yeah, I'm just trying to connect some type of dots on why that would even be a thing.
Well, we're going to talk about it. We have to talk about it because it's making sense on Monday, so we got to try to make some kind of sense out of something. So a 99% vaccinated sports team, canceled the game. Not canceled, but postponed their game. And the reason why, oh boy, it's going to shock you.
Okay.
Oh boy, it's going to shock you. Oh boy. And I told you about, what's it called? The supply chain, right? The supply chain problems. We know we got supply chain problems and issues and Ray and Blaze and all these things. So Biden has some choice words for you U.S. citizens, for us U.S. citizens.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it has to do with stimulus money.
Did it come out of his pocket personally?
Huh?
Did it come out of his personal pockets?
What do you mean did?
The money, the stimulus money.
Oh, you went to the back stimulus. Okay, so, all right. Okay, so We'll talk about that.
I'm just trying to make it make sense. That's it.
It's Monday. We got a lot to talk about, man. It's Urban Country Mornings. Your boy Jay the Beautiful, the multi-talented Shells. We are in the building. Listen, I am the equal opportunity offender. If I have not offended you yet, wait a minute. Come on over to urbancountryfilms.com and wait for it. It's coming. I promise you. What?
Nothing.
Did I offend you?
No, you know better.
Oh, so don't be acting out here acting. So let's not be acting out here acting like the U.S. government and them cares about us. I'm just saying.